Hi there, this is Chris from PC Gamer. We're going to give you our first look at Secret World, and I say first look because this is actually right after you've been let out of the starting area as a new character. I'm joined by Tom Senior.
Hello.
Who will be watching me electrocute zombies.
This is my first time seeing the Secret World in action, actually, so I'll have plenty of questions. Obviously, don't need to know why you're killing the zombies. Why are there zombies?
Well, so this is the beginning of Kingsmouth, which is the kind of Lovecraft-inspired New England town that they've shown before. They did a viral website for it, which has been attacked by fog from the sea.
Fog from the sea.
Sea fog that has turned everyone, well, not everyone, turned most people into zombies, and as you might expect. I've been sent by the Templars from London to help as part of some of my story quests, or sort of the ongoing story quest. It's not like Tor where your class has a story, it's a sort of, I guess, a narrative you're following. It's been pretty linear so far. This is the first time I've been let off the chain, and I've decided to celebrate by,
putting on a really nice waistcoat and setting your hands on fire. Take on the zombie menace. So, what class are you? You're like kind of mage kind of guy?
Your class is determined by the weapon you're carrying, pretty much, because it's a skill point system, not a class and level system.
Right.
So I've chosen to be an elementalist, which is that little chain thing that hanging off my waist is actually my weapon.
Okay.
You don't have equipment or weapons in the traditional sense. It's more about cosmetics, and then you have, if you have obviously have a gun, you'd have a gun.
Yes.
But in my case, it is just that chain. At this point, I didn't know this would happen. Sometimes you just touch a gas can, and then thank God the giant text told me that was going to explode. We were about to cut ahead, because skipping a few cutscenes here at Funcom's request to avoid spoiling the story. But I've just been asked by the sheriff to help out in various ways with the zombie threat, and you can see a bunch of waypoint indicators for these medical reports I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Weirdly, and I didn't quite sort of click with it straight away. You don't kind of pick up loads of quests and do them all. You can only monitor one quest at a time,
Right.
which seems quite counterintuitive actually compared to how most MMOs play, where you kind of gather as much as possible.
That's right. I mean, normally you'd expect to take a bunch of quests from a load of quest givers and then head out into a zone and clear it all at once and come back and turn them all in. So why they decided to only give you one objective at a time? What's the...
I'm not sure. You can also, I think, pause missions as well. So I think the intention is you do just focus on kind of finishing one story at a time.
Okay.
But I mean, to be honest, as you can tell, it's quite action bar combat MMO-y in a lot of the ways, and it does jar a little bit. You get the impression it's got an almost adventure game thing. So actually, here's the skill menu.
This is nice.
Which is, the interface is actually lovely. Actually, it's quite complicated at first, but sort of the circle represents all the different classes and potential places to put your skills. Magic at the bottom, elementalism on the bottom left.
Yep.
And I was just looking at where I put skills. This is my inventory, which I like hovers around the person, which the talismans and things that I'm carrying are just my stats. But otherwise there are no there's no equipable armor or anything.
So, how do you know how powerful you are compared to enemies if you're just slotting skills into your taskbar?
There are icons next to health bars that I presume relate to enemy strength, but honestly so far it hasn't actually been explained. That little 3 symbol, the little triangle, I assume means this is going to be a group of enemies I'm going to fight all at once.
Okay.
I've not yet successfully determined how to really tell who I can kill, although in the first part of this, when I was just running around, it wasn't too difficult to actually just slaughter zombies without taking too much damage. Okay. I explained a little bit about combat. As you do basic attacks, you build up points that you can see underneath my health bar on the bottom left, and then I can spend those points on higher value attacks. I think that's pretty much the same for most weapon types. So as I electrocute dudes, as I get 2 points, I can then do the setting them on fire thing. And when I have no points, my very quick fire thing, which is my number 3 ability, does more damage. So it's a sort of balance of resources. Yeah. So there's some interesting stuff ticking away under the hood.
Is there any sense that your DPS, you seem to be doing damage exclusively? Is there any sense of a class system, a traditional MMO kind of trinity?
In the first part of the game, when you kind of get recruited, a helicopter flying very slowly.
The rotor's going kind of slowly. Oh, it's vanished.
And it's gone. Some of the abilities, like the claw weapons, like the kind of knuckle duster weapons, have healing abilities attached to them. So there are healers.
That doesn't make any sense. you punch your friends.
One of the things about the fiction is you've kind of been awakened with these magic powers. So every class is magic.
Okay.
You're using gun magic if you're using a gun. It's not just you're a dude with a gun.
Right.
There's an achievement popping up. In fact, there's one of the gun abilities is like curving a bullet, like in Wanted.
Okay.
And the ability is actually called Wanted.
Right.
Which of all the gratuitous references to other fiction in Secret World, it was one of the most obvious, because it's just the name of the thing. So here I am. The aggro radius for these zombies is probably appropriately high for zombies running away.
Correctly running away from the situation there.
With my hands slightly open.
No.
I probably shouldn't have stayed to fight. I thought that big glowy orange thing was going to help, but it subsequently turned out to be a spawn point, which is useful after the fact.
Yeah, you don't have far to go anyway.
Yeah, it didn't stop me from being
mauled.
Yeah.
That's all.
This is pretty
so
keen to let you know.
You're immune to fog, the zombie fog attack.
I can assume it hasn't been fully explained to me yet. But I assume because I'm a magic person.
Physical exhaustion.
Yeah.
So
skipping ahead again.
It's a very nice word for death. Very extreme exhaustion.
This is just sort of coming towards the coast. I've skipped ahead a few times because there's got a lot of running back to corpses and sort of fighting more zombies. So I wanted to kind of skip ahead to something else. This is the coast, and you can see the titular fog, not titular, the secret fog. What do I mean? Shut up.
Zombie fog.
Yeah, and I found a fish dude, a proper Lovecraftian fish dude called a Fager Impaler. And this is a tip: if you see a guy called a Fager Impaler, don't try and electrocute him, because I'm doing almost no damage to him, and he's got a friend. Who's I think mostly just egging him on. Cleverly decided to use my MMO player's ability to leap 6 feet in the air. Well, he goes the long way around, unfortunately grabbing every other Fager Impaler as he goes.
So I guess you had no real way of knowing that he was way more powerful than you.
I didn't figure it out. It could be the game explains it somewhere. I haven't really found it yet. Which again, at this stage without that. But again, it's beta, so you know.
Might have these things to add later.
Yeah, just running away at this point.
Oh man.
No, all the zombies.
So exhausted. Right
I'm so tired.
So
and now it's actually death. You didn't see this last time. Death is actually a pretty traditional WoW style.
Oh, you're kind of spirit
run.
Now. Yeah, okay. This makes sense.
The tendrils around the spirit thing seem linked to how you actually travel around the world. You get from England to here by travelling through like the branches of the world tree that exists underneath the earth. At this point I got obsessed with the ladder, but it turned out that ghosts can't climb ladders.
So you're a member of the Templars, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, and they sent you all the way from London. Like, why are you here?
Templars crush evil, and I'm not crushing evil. I'm resurrecting and then immediately aggro him. It's happened again.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh dear. Run.
I mean, I like the idea of. I do quite like the idea of this suburban modern environments, fighting these traditional fantasy villains in that setting. Is that something that struck you?
All I've done is fight these dudes. I'm sort of yet to really hit any puzzles and that sort of thing. Oh, that guy's just changed his mind. Wow. He's just booking it. Okay, so I'm safe, which is good. There's. I think I'm keen to play more of it and get a sense of what else there is. I did actually return to my ladder.
Yeah. Conquer the ladder. That's
the
main thing. And it kind of. I know we're not allowed to show some of the story stuff, but was that significant, the stuff we haven't seen so far, like in terms of justifying what you're doing?
It's been pretty flat so far, actually. It's pretty much, I'm a magic guy, but I'm not the chosen one or anything.
Right.
Join the Templars, save the world, run around on a rooftop, fail to jump across rooftops. I think that's almost us done. So we'll try and bring you more stuff on the Secret World as the beta progresses, but otherwise, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.